And welcome back, everyone, to the first edition of the post-game show of the Bart Curtis Show here on our exclusive channel here on YouTube, which is what we're going back to. And, of course, our show now is being brought to you exclusively by REINHOLTS Town Square Furniture. So we thank them very much for their sponsorship. And, Coach, great job Friday night. Just I don't think could have gone much better. There is some downside, and we'll talk about that, but the Tigers just jumped on it right away.
Well, I got a half a house full of Reinhold furniture. So, yeah, my wife jumped on that immediately, and when we moved last year, and she said it was time, and
away you went.
We are very happy with the product and the service. So.
Absolutely. The service is always great. Now, getting back to the game, though, the Tigers, as far as it goes to the service, they're right off the bat. Defensively, the Tigers, we kicked off to them there, and it was 3 and out, and the Tiger defense held.
Yeah, we played about as passionate and interested defensively. And one of, kind of the message was, we had the kids, how many starts, how many defensive snaps do the kids in that room have? And I would bet as many, I can't think of another school in the state that would have as many kids taking the field Friday night as we did with the number of defensive snaps.
Yeah, that much experience.
And so our challenge to them was, are you a year older or are you a year better?
Right.
And Friday night we were a year better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was. It takes a lot to get me to smile, but I was smiling when I took tackles this morning.
Yeah.
And saw some of the aggressiveness and passion with which we took to get to the football, and that's always pleasing. We're going to need more of the same this week, Dave.
Well, Coach Mason, I talked to him earlier in the week before the game there, and he was certainly concerned about the Tiger defense because he knew he was going into a defense that was well experienced. And he also was concerned about our offense because he was a little bit concerned about his outside people because they were young.
Yeah.
And that did show up in the game itself, too.
But, it did. We had they had 3 starters back on defense. Now, their offense had quite a few veterans back.
Yeah.
And I thought our defense, our kids rose to the challenge, shut the run down, played the pass well.
Right.
Didn't miss a lot of tackles. Now, we missed 13. That may sound like a lot, but with this year, we're not. In years past, we've taken a tackle point away for a missed tackle. We're not doing that this year.
Right.
It's 2 points for a solo, 1 point for an assist. And the kid with the most tackle points at the end of the year gets his helmet.
Okay.
But the reason we're doing that is we don't want our kids to not be aggressive and worry about missing tackles.
Right.
If you miss fast, miss wide, get up and get back in on the play. And I saw a lot of that the other night.
Well, we talked about the no-loaf policy that you introduced when you got in here, and that really shows up on both sides of the ball for the Tigers.
You can't play football with it. If you can't play hard, you can't play the game right.
Yeah.
One of the first things we look for when we get other people's films is, do they play hard every snap? Do they play hard from the snap of the ball to the whistle? And, we'll sit in film and make fun of people whose backside corner and backside safety and backside backer, are jogging to the ball, and then if the tackle's missed, they speed up. Now, the transverse of that is, I'm sure people sit and make fun of us at times.
Sure.
Now, we didn't have I've had as many as 93 loafs for an initial game because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I would venture to say we were under 25 as a team. We haven't got all the tallies yet, but from what I saw, it's really difficult first night out because you think you're playing hard,
right?
And then you watch yourself on film, you realize, hey, I slowed up before,
right,
or I sped up when I saw the tackle wasn't made.
Well,
so getting your butt to the ball on every play is imperative, and it's an act of character, and it's an act of selflessness.
And the way the kids swarm, I thought that the swarm of the defense, I mean, it's not just one or two Tigers on the tackle. I mean, they're all go. And again, that lends itself to the whole non-loaf policy. I'm going to get to the football, and the defense just really did an outstanding job of that. I thought
11 hats the ball wisely. Wisely. You want to be aware of cutbacks or broken tackles.
Right.
You don't want to be foolish, but you want to take great pursuit angles. Don't follow anybody in the same colored jersey, get your ever-loving you-know-what to the football in a foul mood. And our kids, their mindset is they enjoy playing defense.
Right.
And defense should be fun, and they look like they were having a good time Friday night.
It showed up on those bubble passes that they were trying there when they flared that out there. You could see the whole defense shift over, and again, they attacked that really very well, I thought, overall. Because that was a team that could definitely hurt you throwing the ball.
They're a team that, as the season goes on, they're going to shore some things up. They will get better defensively. They only had 3 starters back defensively.
Right.
They lost a really good defense last year, a ton of talented kids.
Right.
And they will get better as the season goes on, and as that is our goal as well.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at the other side of the ball. The offensive unit then, they went right to work there. And, of course, our quarterback, Tucker, just took charge out there, and just second play, he takes off around the end there and, again, attacked there outside, which Coach Mason was concerned about. And, he goes running down the sideline into the end zone.
Tucker was on pace to he was averaging 100 yards a quarter. If you add that up, that could be some type of school and possibly national record had he kept that torrid pace up. And obviously, that he got hurt early in the second quarter. I talked with mom and dad, and they confirmed it is a broken fibula, which is a non-weight bearing bone. Mm-hmm. We'll know more tomorrow as far as the amount of time he'll be out, and what the procedure will do to get him healthy. But number one thing is his health, not hey, how soon can you come back if you're not ready. Number one thing is his health. Talked to him on the phone yesterday, and his spirits were high. And he will, he's a team first, do everything right, be the hardest worker in the weight room, and life ain't fair.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Life is not fair.
Nope.
Not that should ever happen to anybody, whether it's a lazy kid or a hard-working kid.
Right.
But he'll bounce back from it. Things happen for a reason.
Sure.
And if anybody can get back on the field, it's Tucker Curtis.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
But he took the second play on a midline and hit the hole tight, and
it was about a yard short of the goal line, actually.
Bounced, was he?
Yeah, right in there somewhere, 1 or 2 yards away from it.
He scored.
No, he did not score.
They gave it to him.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Thought. Oh, then
you're talking
Nolan
about
come in.
You're talking about the one he got hurt on.
He got hurt on.
Yeah. I'm talking about second play of the game.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Let's go back to that one.
Second play of the game, he took a midline and bounced it outside and outraced their corner and their fast kids. And he's got some jets too.
Yes, he does.
So that was nice to be able to get some offensive productivity, because the proverbial albatross and the what do they say, the elephant in the room or whatever. We have not been able to move the ball consistently on Michigan City in 3 years.
Right.
Even when we won up there in 19, we didn't move the ball. We threw a couple fades to Adamick, but we did not consistently move the ball. Mm-hmm. And our guys, our offensive staff, spent many, many hours looking at Michigan City and how they play us. And because here's the thing, they're well coached.
Oh, yeah.
We have not given them a reason to play anything but a 6-3 goal line. So we were pretty confident that they would do that.
Right.
And they did. And
that brings us to another point there. They did that, and then they met our fullback, who popped through that line of scrimmage.
He did.
And away he went.
Herman had a nice game. I think
he finished 184 yards or something like that.
On 16 carries, and he had a big night. It did not turn out the way I would have imagined. I told you that I thought we'd either win a tight game or they could roll us, and neither of those happened.
Yeah, right. Well, if you would have told me that the clock would have been running with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter against them, I would have bet all kinds of money against that.
Yeah, that would not have been what I thought. But you know what? I'm proud of our kids for rising the challenge and making it imperative and important that they get off to a great start.
Yeah.
Somebody's calling you.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to ignore them.
That's good Tiger music.
Yeah,
there.
I like that. That's kind of the background music for us. Let's talk about a question mark we had going into the game, though, is the younger offensive line. And starting with our center, who had never really been a center before, right. I thought, as I was watching the tape there, they did an admirable job for the first game.
I study the defense first, how we played defense, and then I'll study the offense tonight. Mm-hmm. And see how we played offense. I have every reason to believe Mike and Brady got me the grades. The kids looked like they did an admirable job.
Right.
Harrison Stofer stood out. I think he had his grade wasn't the highest. I want to say Brock Fraley's grade was the highest.
Right.
But Harrison had 2 pancakes, 4 knockdowns.
Right.
And I think maybe 2 loafs.
Yeah.
But all across the front. Noah Knepp is a kid that when Harrison got kicked in the shin and was hobbling out there, Noah Knepp came in and made the most of his opportunity, played 18 snaps, and did a very admirable job. Right. So, you just don't know. You got to prepare like you're a starter, even if you're not, because you never know when you're the next man up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I just thought that overall, from the press boxes, I was watching them. And Harrison, we had him on earlier before we had you, and he was talking about the fact that, the offensive line, of course, ever since you have been here, and Michael and Coach Jones really preach the fact of how important it is for the offensive to get off the ball. And we do that so very well. And if you watch it from the press box, and we see it on tape all the time, the Tiger offensive line will be into their defense most of the time before they have even start to react much, I think.
Well, we do want a quick takeoff, Dave.
Right.
We do. And you've coached with us for 4 years, so you know the importance of being in sync, and if one guy is not getting off at the same time as the others, it sounds and looks like a popcorn popper.
Right.
And we, that's the last thing we want. But we want to create a surge. We don't have to play with necessarily huge guys, because of the scheme and the techniques we use. But we need to play. We need to be smart enough to recognize the front, who to block, who to leave unblocked, what angle to take, what could happen if that 2-eye jumps to a 3 technique.
Right.
How are they going to block? How are they going to react when you down block them? Do they swipe back across? So there's a lot of things along with getting off the football. Now, here's what I've found, Dave, in my many years as you've had. If you can come off the ball together, low and hard and aggressive, okay, and you're not 100% certain what your assignment is, sometimes it works out for you. Right. Play hard, play low, play fast, and be aggressive, and good things will happen.
Things open up. Yeah, absolutely.
I used to run over, when I was a line coach, he would say, okay, what do I do on this? I would say, run over the closest guy as fast and hard as you can.
Yeah,
and it might work out for you.
Right, exactly. So. All right, well, let's talk real quick here. I don't want to take a bit of time because you guys are getting ready and planning for Chesterton. But their special teams overall, I thought the special teams, we kicked it through the end zone most of the time. We had, did we punt once?
We did, 34-yard punt. Right before halftime. Now, one thing we got to do, we got to catch punts. We lost.
Absolutely.
They punted 3, maybe 4 times, 3 for sure.
And people got to understand what that means when you don't catch a punt.
Well, I added the yardage up. We lost 8, 11, and 18.
Right.
So 18, 11 is 29, and 8 is 37. So that's almost 4 first downs that you now got to get to get the ball into the end zone. So that is hidden, lost yardage that we didn't obviously, prep enough on, but we got to make that very
priority.
Very
you got to catch the football.
And Coach Fraz has done a good job with taking this thing and running with it. And I'm going to loosen up some of his responsibilities, game night and through the week, because it's a third of the game.
Oh, yeah.
If you got 150 snaps, 30, maybe it's not a third, but 30 of them are kicking game snaps.
Sure.
So we got to be, that's a phase when two teams are even.
Yeah.
That is often
Can
the
make
difference.
the difference. Yeah. All right, Coach. Well,
Mason Smythe.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 kickoffs,
Right.
touchbacks. That's a good start for that young man.
Absolutely, as a sophomore. All right, Coach. You always say we got 24 hours to celebrate. Well, we've had our 24 hours to celebrate, and now we're in here on Sunday evening, and you got the staff is in there breaking down film and looking things over here. I know you haven't had a lot of time to look at Chesterton much, but I also know you got a memory bank of what Chesterton is like. So, what do we expect when the Trojans come to town?
They're a little different than when we played them 3 years ago. 3 years ago, they were 80% run, 80% pass,
That's right,
and 20% run, and because they just graduated a really good quarterback
yeah.
who I think's down at University of Indianapolis now.
right,
Big, tall kid that started for him for I think 4 years.
yeah,
And they've gone a little different mode. I looked at Wally McCormick, who I've coached against when he was at Portage. A wonderful guy. Known Wally for almost 25 years.
Right.
Is now the offensive coordinator. Okay, so I know that their offense is going to look a little different. I got on film, and yeah, it is.
yeah,
They're going to be his personality. They're going to utilize some of them big linemen in the run game, and they're massive. They're big, and they're going to try and line up and play some smash mouth football with a little deception. So
it'll be a challenge.
That will be very, very interesting because we played more of a spread type team Friday night where we were able to utilize some of our speed and angles, and these guys are going to come right at you.
Yeah. That'll be a big test for the Tigers.
Yes, it will.
Well, and of course, as we've talked, Curtis Tucker's not going to be with us there, but Grady Nolan's going to be a junior quarterback, very capable young man, and he'll be stepping into the quarterback duties as it looks right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And John Snyder is their defensive coordinator. I've known John for years. He's the former head coach at Chesterton.
Right.
Went to Valpo U for a while as running backs coach. But Grady is going to we have all the confidence in the world. Now, he was the immediate answer Friday night. What he does with that Monday through Thursday. And studying the film, getting us in the right play, taking care of the football. That's going to determine everything on Friday night. But we have all the faith in him.
Absolutely.
He's different than Tucker. We're not going to compare him to Tucker.
No need to.
We need to, and in fact, I'm going to go down there in about 40 minutes, and we need to look at ways to help him be successful within what we do.
Right.
We're not going to change what we do.
No.
But it's kind of a buffet of things that we can pick and choose from.
And play to his strengths.
And try to make him a confident football player.
Sure.
By maybe the things that Tucker does really well aren't what Grady does really well. So we gotta as adults, we gotta adjust to that.
Sure, absolutely.
But we have no qualms about him stepping up under center.
I agree. Well, Coach, just a wonderful beginning for the season here against a very good Michigan City team. We had another Duneland team coming in Friday night with Chesterton. You said a long time ago we're going to beef up the schedule. We have done that.
Yeah.
And what's really beautiful about that is the Tigers have stepped up and can play at that level with those kind of teams coming into Tiger Town or going on the road, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, the speed of the game. And then we turn around and it's going to be, we had 2 weeks of speed and coverage.
Yes.
And playing good angles. Fort Wayne North and Michigan City.
Right.
Now we're going to see, physicality. Do we measure up physicality-wise with these guys?
Right.
We can play a speed game. Now can we play a smash mouth game?
Nose to nose.
We're going to find out.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck. We thank you for spending some time with us here on this first edition of the Bart Curtis Show. And we also want to thank REINHOLTS Town Square Furniture, our exclusive sponsor for the Bart Curtis Show.
Tiger football wrap-up.
The Tiger football wrap-up, exactly. There you go. Yeah, right. But
if you use my name, nobody's going to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
If you say Warsaw Tiger wrap-up, people are going to watch.
Okay, we'll put it as a subtitle there. But I like the BCS thing because that means other things. Championship series, Bart Curtis series, so Bart Curtis show. I think it all adds up. Anyway, Coach, thanks for being with us. Good luck as we head into this week preparing for Chesterton. Big thank you to all the fans. It was full last Friday night. We certainly want to see it full again this coming Friday night.
And this is the guy here that made the Tiger football sunglasses along with Rock Hill Pinnock.
Yes.
And that was a big hit.
Job.
Yeah, it was great to see
Lion night.
And we need to see that many and more for Friday night.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll be back up to wrap up the Bart Curtis Show right after these messages. And welcome back, everyone, to the Bart Curtis Show. We're talking now to one of the offensive linemen here, Harrison Stofer. And Harrison, Jr., we knew as a sophomore that you were developing well and getting better and better, and now you're in a starting role on an offensive line. And it's an offensive line that last year we graduated quite a few guys, so there was a lot of pressure on you guys, and I thought last night you guys did an outstanding job of handling that pressure.
Oh, yeah, we really big shoes to fill this year. I think we're doing a great job. There are a lot of things we still need to clean up, but it's all together. Our offensive line as a group, I mean, we have the chemistry to be a really good team this year, so we're looking forward to the next game.
Well, I think, and that's one thing people, maybe if they're sitting in the stands and stuff, don't realize. But I've been around a long time there, and watching you guys practice and how you guys are taught to block. Well, I'm telling you, in 40 years of coaching, the way that Coach Curtis and Coach Jones work with you guys in your blocking schemes, it's just second to none.
Oh yeah, it's really intense. I mean, there aren't a whole bunch of teams out there that you have to fire out low and get into the hips and everything just to make sure. Because I mean, we don't have a size advantage on hardly anyone, just because we're all really small. So the only thing we can do is with technique and stuff. So we have to get underneath people and drive them out of the position that they're in. So.
Well, I think, and one thing is, I'll share this with you here. I was at the earlier in the summer there when we had a little scrimmage with Valparaiso and Elkhart and those guys, and then of course against Northside a week or so ago there. And I was on the sidelines in both of those cases. And one thing that those coaches, all of them say, and regardless of who I was standing around, they goes, "Man, that Warsaw offensive line, they jump off sides all the time. They roll ahead of the ball before it's even snapped." Well, there's a little known secret about how you guys go about doing that, and I'm not real sure I want to share that secret, but nevertheless, when the quarterback says down set, by the time they saying set, you guys are on the roll.
Oh yeah. The whole cadence is down set go, so we're already moving and rolling, trying to hit people by the S of set. So I mean, we get out there early and hit them in their mouth before they can even make a play on us.
Well, and I think also if people watch that, and if you look at film, and I get a chance to look at you guys' film throughout the week there, in almost every case, when the ball snapped, you guys are at least a yard or two into the defense before they react.
Yeah, I mean, the way we're all set up is we're behind the ball quite a bit, so when we hit the down set go, we have a rolling start into them, so by the time the ball's snapped, we're already into the defense, and we have them on their heels before they can really react to the play.
Absolutely. All right, now let's talk. First of all, your position as an offensive tackle. But if you had to, could you move over to the guard, or is it kind of like I'm a tackle and that's what I'm going to be?
Well, one of the things that we learned throughout the summer is we have to know every position on the offensive line, because like during practice and everything, they'll switch us around I've gotten guard reps and center reps all year, and it's just you have to know every single position, because this year we don't have that much depth in our offensive line. So a lot of the replacers we have, like say our left guard got taken out, so I'm the actual second string,
second guard, yeah,
right. So yeah, we don't have a whole bunch of depth. So everybody on the offensive line's got to know really every position and how to play it.
All right, now the Tigers are famous for running their option, but let's talk about from an offensive lineman's standpoint there. Is there any one of the plays that is more favorite to you than any of the others, or not? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I think a lot of the linemen will agree with me when I say this, but we like our two-man veer play because it's a lot of down blocks, and we can get into their rib cage before they can get off the ball, and it normally ends with a lot of people on the ground. And it's a lot of fun to play that, to run that play, yeah. And
it has to feel pretty good to see your running back heading down the field. And of course, you guys are not taught. You don't loaf. You get up and get down the field and help block whenever you can too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because whenever our running back takes off down the field, we got to get right back up and run down the field, make sure if there's anything we can help out, because if there's someone right on the heels of our running back, I mean, we gotta get there and try to make that play so they can get into the end zone.
All right, big win last night, and going to entertain Chesterton next week. Any thoughts about the upcoming game?
Chesterton's going to be a lot better team than Michigan City was this year. They have a better program and better athletes, so we got to prepare this week. A lot of things to clean up, but we're looking forward to it. It'll be a nice challenge, and it'll really put a test on our offense and how we play as a group, especially without our starting quarterback.
Absolutely. Well, Harrison, thanks for spending some time with us. We wish you guys the best of luck. We're all very, very proud of you guys. You guys just do a great job of representing Warsaw Tiger football out there, and Warsaw High School for that matter. So congratulations and good luck as you head into next week.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more of the Bart Curtis Show right after this. Hey, and welcome back, everyone, to the Bart Curtis Show. We're talking now to Nathan Rojas. And Nathan, defensive player for the Tigers, and last night was just a stunning exhibition of Tiger defense. I was really proud of you guys. Tell us a little bit about what you thought of the game.
I think we came out, we played hard. We played as one instead of just playing for ourselves. We played really well as a team. Got to the ball really well, made some plays.
Let's talk about your position and what you do and what your job is.
I am currently playing defensive line. What was your...
Well, you just go ahead and you line it up there.
Yeah, line it up. We hit the guys in front of us, and we try to make some tackles.
Now, you're listening to your linebackers, though, because they're making calls back there, right? Yeah, so, just for example, what's kind of a call that they would give you?
Oh, we're giving, the strength calls, what stunts, where our nose guard needs to be going, and things like that. Just little things, motion up front, because, we can't really see because we're in a down stance. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the team overall. I mean, there's 9 of you guys that are back as starters from last year, or at least have played significant roles. Really, there's 10 or 11 of them there. Yeah. Do you feel like that really, as a team, makes you guys feel like, hey, man, we've got something going here?
Oh, yes, definitely. We have a lot of experience behind, or a lot of the guys have a lot of experience behind them on our defense. So it's really good to know that, we've all been playing together for quite some time. We've all taken significant reps with each other. So it just makes you feel a little more comfortable out there.
Absolutely. And then let's talk about the summer workouts. How important are the summer workouts and all the things you guys do in preparing for the season?
Oh, they're incredibly important. It gets us in shape, gets us ready, used to the heat, getting up early, They're really important, really important.
And condition-wise, I thought as I was watching you guys last night, overall, the team looked like it's in pretty good shape, condition-wise.
Definitely. We've done a lot of conditioning over the summer. You know, we've been working pretty hard by our coaches, and I feel like it really showed last night.
Nathan, let's talk about you personally as far as it goes to when getting ready for a game, especially a big game. I mean, Michigan City came in here ranked number 3 in one poll, number 4 in another in Class 5A. What's the mental preparation you go through when you're thinking about facing an opponent like that?
It's really just a really big mental thing. I feel like, you know, we have all the talent we need. We have we have all the strength, all the talent in the world, but we just have to get past the mental part. You know, we lost this team last year, but we put that behind us, and we came out and we played our game, and we played it well.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true, and I think the Tiger, the confidence that you guys, and what I like about the way you guys do it too, it's not a cocky kind of thing with you guys. It's just and you've said it several times, a confident thing that you guys are in competition when you go into competition against these kind of guys.
Yeah, it's we try to stay away from the tacky taunting, and we just try to stay classy, stay humble. You know, we celebrate together, not as individuals. You know, when we get to the sideline, that's when we really, encourage and
absolutely
get excited.
Well, it looked like you guys were having all kinds of fun out there. That's for sure. Okay. Next up, Chesterton comes to town. What are you kind of thinking? Got any expectations about them?
Not really. They're new to the schedule, so I mean, it's going to be exciting to see a new opponent.
Right.
I think we'll be ready though.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thanks for spending some time with us here on the Bart Curtis Show. You guys we're all really proud of what you guys are doing out there. Just keep up the good hard work and keep encouraging each other and playing together as a team. And like you say, humility and gratitude are 2 real important things, and you guys do a great job of displaying that. So you have a good week of practice, and good luck next Friday night.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more of the Bart Curtis Show right after this.